All right, guys, I'm back. It's June 12th, and I have at least two players that I absolutely love that we're going to incorporate into some player props. But before we get into it, let's recap the season. All right, we got a bunch of new subscribers, so let's go through this really quick. Of the last 190 batters I suggested on the channel just to record a hit, we hit 143 of them and missed only 47 for 75% hit rate. All right, and both these players that I have for today fall into this extra criteria, where in the last 95 batters that I suggested to play to record a hit, we've hit 79 of them and missed only 16 of them for an 83% hit rate. Now, let me make this very clear. If you're new here, I'm not suggesting you play straight bets or individual players to record a hit because the odds are too high. You got to put two together at the very minimum to get some reasonable odds, and we've been hitting it out of the park. That's what I do. We've been very successful doing that. So, like I said, had some people ask, how should I be doing these? Do not play them individually, okay? So there you go. All right, guys, we'll get to the plays in 1 second. Let's just recap Dinger Tuesday for June 11th. I suggested 11 batters on the channel that fell under those three categories that I laid out a case on why that's a good thing to look at for potential home run hitters. And if you want to know the exact way that I select these, it's an open book. You can go to Dinger Tuesday video that was on May 28th, and it's all laid out for you right there. So you can judge if this is something you may want to do or not. How many handicappers or people that come on the internet tell you exactly how they do things? Not many, if any, except me, at least in terms of this right here. So we've hit 4 of the 11 suggested batters today. Absolutely amazing, baby. Aaron Judge hits a home run at plus 230 odds. I mean, Paul DeYoung, home run at plus 500 odds. Nolan Gorman, a home run at plus 550 odds. Christopher Morel, home run at plus 450. We have some players that are still active currently that haven't hit a home run. But if they do not hit a home run and it stays just like this, playing every single player today would have produced a positive 10.3 units. So not too bad, man, considering last Dinger Tuesday, I had 20 plays or something like that, 18 or 20 of them, and we came up just short from being a profitable day playing all of them. Like I said, I don't necessarily say to play all of them. Pick and choose the ones you want. And then if you go back even further, another week back, if you played every single one of them, we were profitable again. So it turns out so far so good with this strategy for selecting home run players for Dinger Tuesdays. All right, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Absolutely would love it if you could do that. But let's get right to these two plays. First one, Seya Suzuki against Aaron Savale. When you look at the pitch usage percentage by Savale, he loves that sinker, baby, at 27% of the time. He's giving it up at a 256 batting average. Suzuki all season long is crushing the sinker at a 533 batting average. Absolutely love that. The second most pitch ball, just behind the sinker, a sweeper at 26%. Commands it relatively well, a 229 batting average, but that's fine. I still think advantage Suzuki because he's picking up that sweeper really well at a 333 rate all season long. The next pitch, 20%. The cutter, giving it up at a 280 batting average. I kind of like that. Suzuki hitting that at 300. And then the fourth pitch, 14%. Of the time, four-seam fastball. He's giving that up at a 300 batting average. Suzuki is it's just one of his latest pitches there. Still at 243 batting average. It's not going to make me shy away from this matchup. I absolutely love this matchup. And then also, geez, how many balls you got? He throws the curveball 13% of the time, and he gives that up at a 304 batting average. I love this matchup. Ballpark Pal has this listed as an extreme advantage for Suzuki. He represents the worst 8 percentile of possible matchups for Aaron Savale. Now, we want to look at a real tight window. How hot has he been in the short term, right? He's recorded at least one hit in 13 of his last 16 games, okay? He's got a 286 batting average versus right-handed pitchers in the last 14 days. He's got a barrel rate that's in the good range at 12.3%. He's got an ISO rate that's in the elite range. So those two things right there, the barrel and the ISO, measure power. So because they are in the areas that I think are, good enough, or actually great in terms of a home run being a home run threat. That's what Suzuki is, a home run threat. I had him for a home run and for Dinger Tuesday, but he didn't get it done. So maybe he gets it done today. I don't know. It doesn't mean I'm necessarily playing him for a home run because I like to look at ballpark conditions and stuff like that, but ultimately, selecting home run plays. But he definitely has the power for extra base hits. So if you're a player that says, I don't like to bet parlays, put two players together, I'd take my chances on the over 1.5 total bases. If that's your thing, he's displaying that he has the power for hitting extra base hits. So there you go. But as always, the baseline prediction is just to record a hit. All right, second matchup is going to be the same game for same pitcher, but this time we got Dansby Swanson. We already got into the pitch usage percentage for Savali, and when you look at Swanson, how he fares against these pitches, he's hitting that sinker at a 293 batting average, a sweeper at a nice 417 rate, the cutter at a 400 batting average all season long. The four-seam fastball, he's, a 159 batting average, but I'm not going to shy away because he throws it about 14% of the time. He might up that a little bit knowing that Swanson's a little light on it, but you can't just throw that all day long or he'll just pick you off, man. And then again, like you said, I couldn't fit the fifth ball on the screen there, but it's under the balls right there. 13% of the time, Savali throws the curveball, and he's giving it up at a 304 batting average. And Dansby Swanson is crushing the curve at a 300 rate all season. So he matches up very well in this matchup today. Absolutely love it. Ballpark Pale loves it too. They said this is an extreme advantage for Swanson. Swanson represents the worst 13 percentile of possible matchups for Aaron Savali. And again, looking at a real small window to see how hot a player is right now. Swanson's recorded at least one hit in 9 of his last 11 games. And in the last 14 days, he's got a 300 batting average versus right-handed pitchers. His barrel rate's in the good range. His ISO rate is in the good range. So I have him as a medium home run threat. He does have the power for extra base hits. So that means if you want to play the over 1.5 total bases, knock yourself out. But if you want to play it a little more safe, I don't know, maybe it's not safe. I'd pair these two together in a same game parlay just to record a hit. All right, guys, and I got a couple just missed the cut plays or, they're not good enough for me, the way that I grade things out, but I want to share them with you. So these will not go up against the record. But maybe you look into them and maybe they fit into what you might want to use. So there you go. The first one is Francisco Lindor, a switch hitter going up against Braxton Garrett, a left-handed pitcher. Matchup between the two, 17 at-bats, 5 hits, and 3 home runs for Lindor. Ballpark Pal has been listed as an extreme advantage over Braxton Garrett. Now, when I look at the pitch arsenal for Garrett, he's pretty good at pitching to right-handed batters. And I thought the advantage would be amazing if Lindor would bat left because he's a switch hitter, okay? Bat left versus Garrett because Garrett basically has 2 pitches he pitches towards left-handed batters. And the number one pitch, the sinker, he throws it almost 50% of the time, and he's giving up a 357 batting average. I'm like, this is a great opportunity. I only want to play it if Lindor will bat left against the lefty, which isn't the traditional way of doing things. But I'm like, okay, I mean, it seems like that's what he would do, right? So I don't want to just assume. So I tracked down the footage of the last time they played, and what do you know? Lindor was batting right versus the left-handed pitcher, which is not the more beneficial matchup, in my opinion, in terms of Garrett's weakness. But I'm thinking to myself, just because someone's a switch hitter doesn't mean they're good at both hitting both ways. So that's, I think, the reason why he was batting right. He just maybe wasn't, maybe I should have looked before I did this video, but I'm assuming his batting average batting left is far inferior than him batting right. So, okay, let's just cut to the chase. I don't like it because of that. If he was batting left, going up against that left-handed pitcher who does not fare very well against left-handed batters, I would have been all in. So I'm out. But if you're in, then you're in on Lindor. So there you go. And then the other 2 matchups, I was really excited. Let's preface this first. I always hate when I'm going to play a player and the night before they hit a home run. I'm looking at my phone here, and it looks like Ohtani just hit a home run, and then Freeman right after him just hit a home run too. And then not too long after that, Teoscar Hernandez hit a home run. And then not too long after that, I mean, this is all in the same, like 1, 2, 3. I don't know what they are in the batting order, but it was all in the same inning. And then Hayward hits a home run. It's like, are you crazy? Like, what's going on here? I hate when it happens. I don't want to play a player until they hit a home run, because then they have nothing left for the next day. But that's not the reason why I'm not playing them. That's just a superstition or whatever. Things I just don't like. But I was looking at these matchups, Freeman and Ohtani, and I was loving them until I saw that Ohtani was only hitting at a 135 batting average in the last 14 days. I'm like, whoa, that was off. That shocked me. That was crossed him off right away. But like I said, he got a home run, so maybe he got, I don't know. But that I was done with that one. They're both going up against John Gray. I was looking at Freeman, and I was loving it. He matches up well versus the pitches he'll see. But when I was looking at Ballpark Pal, their rating for it was, I think it was a slight advantage for John Gray. Or it was like almost like an even matchup. And that was what kind of said I crossed that one out. So there you go. Those are the 3 players that just missed the cut. Maybe you use them. Maybe you don't. It's up to you guys. Just wanted to share that with you. And then the last thing I wanted to say was, if you were following along with that other video that I put out, other than this one right here, where I created a sports betting model last year, and it was super in-depth, and it was off the charts amazing over the course of the season. Yes, it had some shortcomings. It had some real bad days, but it's a home run hitting model, so you're going to have that. And then you have some amazing days, okay? That video I'm going to shelf. I'm not going to shelf the model results and the daily picks. I'm going to shelf the making of the video until that turns around a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put those plays on a daily basis in the pinned comments of this video so that, we can keep track of it as we go. Because I think when it's all said and done, it's going to be, it has the potential to be absolutely amazing. So, like I said, I just want to give you the heads up. That'll be in the pinned comments until it starts catching fire. And then we'll start bringing the videos back if and when it does that. So there you go. But to be honest with you, the way that I select the home runs for Dinger Tuesdays, which, like I said, I laid out the case. You know exactly how I'm doing it. That one's looking a lot better. I should just make videos every day, not just for Dinger Tuesdays, using that method. So that's an idea there. So anyways, that's it. Just wanted to say I appreciate all you guys, man. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.